Welcome to 3CI Training. My name is Ron Shaw, and this is going to be a short video on how to back up your PIX Firewall IOSs. Now, let's go ahead and open up my virtual server here that I've got connected to my PIX Firewall. Now, one of the first things you're going to need to do is make sure that you can access it. So you're going to need some type of TFTP server. Now, I'm using SolarWinds TFTP server. Now, once you get this installed, one of the first things you want to go in and check is to make sure that, one, verify the location of where it's going to be stored, and two, to make sure you can transmit and receive files, because by default it's going to be receive only, which would be fine in this scenario. However, if you was going to upload, you'd have to have transmit, but I just like to leave it at this setting here. Now, if I wanted to sit there and define a range of IP addresses this can be used, or for security, I could sit there and add a range here, but we're just going to leave everything at the default. Now, once we got that done, as you can see right now, this on my local computer, it's at the C drive, the TFTP root. We have no files in here. So now, once we get in here, we'll go to our PIX Firewall, and I'm going to see what files I have stored in Flash. As you can see here, I got the ASDM, which is the Adaptive Security Device Manager software, and I've got the PIX 723 iOS on this particular device. Now, what I'd like to do is back up this information here to a safe location, so if something does happen with this device, it gets corrupted or it fails, I have the iOS backed up. Or one of your junior network administrators comes in and actually deletes Flash. So first thing we're going to do is go in here and we're going to say copy Flash, and then I'm going to get the name of the file. Then here we do the question mark. As you can see here, I'm going to go to TFTP. So we'll go TFTP colon, and I'll just give it the IP address of the device, which mine happens to be 172.16.1.3. Now, prior to doing this, I always want to make sure that my devices can communicate with my PIX firewall. And as we can see here, I can ping and receive it. So we know we've got communications from the inside host to the PIX firewall. Now, from here, we'll just go ahead and hit enter. Now, here's the source file name, ASDM, so we'll leave it here. Now, of course, the address of the TFTP server, and then the destination file name. So at this point here, if I just hit enter, it's going to sit there and accept the default. So if I want to give it a different name, let's say backup, I could sit here and just hit backup, and now that would be the name it uses. So let's say I had multiple files with that name. So now it'll take it a few seconds here to go out and make a connection. Hopefully you don't get any errors. If you get any errors, make sure your names are correct, that you've used the correct command. So now this will take about, depending on the size, anywhere from 20 to 30 seconds here to download this file. Now, as we can see here, it's completed. It took it 25 seconds. Now I'll go to the root, and as you can see, my file is in place. Now, let's go back and now let's get the iOS. Now, Cisco copy Flash colon. Now we have to have the name of it. It was PIX 723.bin. So that's the name of the file. TFTP 172, the address of it. Now, again, that'll be the source file name. That's the address of the TFTP server. Again, I'm just hitting enter, accepting the defaults. Now, if you had a different one, you could just put the addresses in there. And then the destination file name. Again, I can accept the defaults. Again, it's going to take it about 10 seconds here to make connection. Otherwise, you would get an error message. Again, it's going to take about 20 to 30 seconds to complete this task. And maybe this is a little bit longer. This is at 8 megs here, so it's probably going to take about 45 seconds to go through to a minute. So I apologize for that. You can see here, so it took 44 seconds to go through. Now I'll come back here to my TFTP server, and as you can see, I got both of my files. Now, to upload them, it's just a reverse process. I would sit there and say copy TFTP in here, the TFTP, the server address 172.16.1.3, and then I could give the file name pix123.bin and then flash. Now what this would do is actually override it. Now I'm not going to actually issue this command at this time, because if it did, what it's going to do is it would actually overwrite my file configuration. So you just do the opposite of your command for the downloading in order to upload the file. And that's all it is to back up your system files on your PIX firewall. I hope you enjoyed this little short video and hope to see you again in the future. Thank you and have a good day.